Hey, what's up, Visionaries? Welcome back to the Arc Vision Fam Jam. My name is Anton, and hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day because it is our rock and metal day, and we're going to be revisiting Pop Evil. This time, Set Me Free. So shout out to you, Haley. Thanks as always for getting in touch and helping build that connection between our fan bases. And also, before we get into this one, I do want to say all of you guys rock. Everyone watching and listening, thank you guys for being here. And if you guys are resonating with the channel and everything we're doing around here, definitely subscribe. We'd love to have you around. And also, if you want to support the channel and request songs and albums for us to react to at the same time, definitely join the Patreon and leave all of your requests there. And as always, shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys for continuing to take a chance on myself and this channel. And it's been crazy. The last week has just been absolutely nuts. Like, we've doubled our Patreon family in literally a week. It's astonishing. And so yeah, keep the song requests coming as always. And lastly, if you guys want to get a hold of me, please DM me on Discord. If you want to check out my podcast, link down below. And if you want to get your hands on official merchandise, link down below. As always, all links are always down below. And that's it. So without further ado, let's get into Pop Evil, Set Me Free.
Far away, so far below, all the demons inside of me. I feel so chained up, so locked up, kicked down and thrown around. I run through oceans and mountains, be buried underground. Never could be who I wanna be, the best version of myself, who I wanna be. All the darkness still lives inside of me. This time, set me free. Give up the ghost, afraid to let go. Inside what I didn't know. So tired of being alone. Anybody out there feel like me?
Yeah, dude.
So far below, all the demons inside of me, falling apart everywhere I go. Why won't you set me free? Give me a reason.
All right, so quick thoughts. Dude, I'm just loving the riffs on this record, man. It's yeah, they're gnarly, and I'm loving the choruses. They're big, and not everyone's gonna like that because they're very poppy, and I don't even know if I'd use the word poppy. They're big, they're grand, they're passionate, they're powerful, they're anthemic. And I think a lot of the time when we use those words, when we describe that feeling, a lot of people think that's poppiness. And it might be, I think we have a negative connotation to pop. When pop just means popular, and what makes something popular a lot of the time, anthemic quality. We like that feeling of upliftment, and I find what Pop Evil does so well is they blend that heaviness, that grit, that realism with that anthemic quality that I love. I'm a very optimistic, positive person. I like looking at the silver lining, and so I love these big, make you feel, powerful choruses. They make me feel inspired, and I love the feeling they're going for. And at the same time, like the kind of the dark lyrics, right, about the demons inside of you, the demons inside of all of us, because fuck yeah, we all have them. Guaranteed. There's not a single one of you listening who doesn't have demons, who doesn't have things that you're that maybe you wish you didn't have. And the meaning of life, I think, is just learning to accept those things, not run away from them. I think it's just accept that you have them, and by accepting you have them, they will dissipate. Their grip on you will go away. You are like a snake shedding skin, and the skin that you shed are your wounds. And they just, over time, they have less and less of an impact on you if you just accept them. And anyway, let's get back into this trippy video, because this reminds me of a comic book I'm reading right now called The Invisibles by Grant Morrison. If you know anything by Alan Moore, it's kind of similar vein, but it's psychedelic as fuck, and watching this is pretty sick. So anyway, let's get back into it.
Give me a reason, a purpose to help me realize that I'm unbroken. far away, so far below.
I love this. I love that note. Man, I love that. I find what's cool about their new stuff, and I think I said this in the last one too, is how they seem to be like blending every single era of their music. Like I like how this has like a bit of like at times that kind of hip hop vibe. Like I think it was in the pre-chorus, and then the chorus is anthemic, more kind of like their self-titled record, and then and then just yeah, the grit and the heaviness kind of reminds me at times of Onyx, and just how I felt that record. Like my I think my favorite Pop Evil song, one of them is Flawed. I just think like that. Just man, the guitar work in that song is just gnarly. It's just like off the chain, man. And but yeah, I thought this was fantastic. I'm really liking how this new stuff, how dynamic it is. It doesn't sound like anything I've really heard before. There's elements of it that I've heard before. Like I said, that chorus, that kind of sounds like a top 40 chorus for good reason, because it's catchy and it works. You know what I mean? There's a reason why a lot of these choruses sound similar, is because I feel like they hit a emotion within us as listeners. There's just certain melody structures, certain choruses that we just like, and they sit right. And sometimes I'll listen to a chorus and it's similar, but it just doesn't quite hit it for me, and I just feel like I'm just like there's just something missing. Where this is like, yeah, I kind of knew where I was gonna go, but that doesn't take away from it, because this is just one of those, like, I feel like that's the whole point of an anthem, is that you're not supposed to overthink an anthem. You're not supposed to over analyze an anthem. It's supposed to make you feel something, not make you think something. And the thinking comes after. The feeling is the first thing that you get impacted by in an anthem, I feel. And I just, I dig this. Not much more to say about it other than I fucking love it, and I'm extremely excited for what comes next by these guys. I'm very eagerly anticipating a new record now. So anyway, what did you guys think of this one? Where does this stack up in your top 3 favorites of Pop Evil's recent stuff, the last kind of 2 records? And what are you thinking about this new stuff? Are you liking their older stuff more? Are you liking this stuff more? Great thing is music is subjective. You're all gonna have different opinions, and they're all valid. That's what you actually like. I say for myself, honestly, I think my favorite sound of Pop Evil is probably still Onyx. I think that's my favorite record by them, followed by their self-titled, and then probably Lipstick in the Mirror. I really like that record. It just had this like rawness to it. I felt like it wasn't very polished. It was very real. It was very authentic, and it was it was raw with what Lee was going through. I feel that kind of early youth of questioning things and and having a frustration at your core about not kind of feeling powerless a bit, And I still think of some of those early Pop Evil performances and just seeing like how much Lee got into it, and he still gets into it a lot, but he's more professional now. He's more confident. Or before, there's this youthful, like the youth in us like gets lost. The youth in us gets lost in the moment, gets lost in the emotion. And some of check out some of the earlier performances. You just see Lee really, you're like, man, he's gone. He's in the music, he's in the emotion, he's in the feeling of what he's portraying. And anyway, yeah, really, really loving every single era of Pop Evil. And as always, I'd love to get you on the podcast, Lee, if you ever see this video. Doesn't matter when, if it's now or in the future, whatever. I'd like to get you on. I like the way you think about things, and I'll leave it at that. No pressure either way. And now to everyone who's still watching this video and listening, if you guys enjoy the video and you want to support the channel for free, definitely like the video. That'd be very helpful to the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you want to support the channel in a big way and let us know what songs and albums you want to request, please join the Patreon and leave your request there. And as always, what artists have we not had on the channel for a while that you want to see back? Leave them in the Patreon, because you guys get 2 song requests every single week in the Patreon, obviously, and the Cobalt tier. And that's it. So, of course, shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys, as always, for taking a chance on this channel, taking a chance on myself. And we're flying now. This thing is really starting to pick up thanks to you guys. And yeah, lastly, if you guys want to get a hold of me, please DM me on Discord. If you want to check my podcast, link down below. If you want to get your hands on official merchandise, link down below. And that's it. So I'll see all of you guys again tomorrow. I love every single one of you. Peace.